now, point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought, yeah.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gain 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. Now a run with Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first down, it's Patterson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Darnold setting up the screen for Cook. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Lions nothing. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
It's 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's pulled in at the 42. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance, it's run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run with Patterson, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Lions nothing.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Hooked in the air and intercepted. Picked up near the 34. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Firing quickly here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Detroit.
running from the gun, Johnson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
After hitting the field goal, now Sloman handling the kickoff duties. Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Darnold. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They run, Cook, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
He was tackled.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook, and he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And they are going for it. Darnold, he's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On play action, it's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. He's going to air one out. And it's caught inside the 30. And the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Tracy Walker. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the 1st half.
They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn it
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A final shot before the break. Darnold, they're going for Jefferson downfield. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The first down carry here for Johnson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of...
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. 3rd down here.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
The ball carrier.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. Here's Wentz to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
19. Vikings.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Faking the give. Darnold. Down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
1st and 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Off of play action, Darnold rolling to his right. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. They go right back it to him for 20 and a first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again is Darnold. They'll roll him out, and it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Lions 19, Vikings 14. Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
And the Lions first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, it's Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
6 yards left on second down. Again, it's Johnson. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
A loss of 2 yards, and it's third down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings 14.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Now rebounding right here. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second and 9, Darnold. And then here's another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A gain of 6 there on first.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Detroit.
Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 2nd down and 7. They go to Johnson again. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
The 49-yard line.
play fake, and it's Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Flush to his right. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
10-yard line.
Darnold from the red zone now. And this is intercepted. That should do it. Picked off inside the 5. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reason to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
What you doing, dog? What are you doing?
Out for the PAT, here's Sloman.
And that one makes us a 19-point game.
Makes the score Lions 33, Vikings 14. Sam Sloman set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together in one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
At the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Again, Darnold. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. He changed the name, how I do respect. Get it more than when I get expected at the back. In fact.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darnold now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Darnold from the gun. That's complete right around the 8. And he is goes into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 19 yards there on the pickup. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Lions, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.